So after high school,
Previously
what was your
on
next
Real
job?
Men, Real
I
Stories.
started having children. 18 years old, I had my first son, the one we'll be talking about.
Okay.
And I said, okay, but at that time, I felt like he was gone, though. I felt, even though I didn't want to, feel that or experience that, but, whew.
You take your time.
Yeah, but come to find out, even now, it took a whole day. It took a whole day from just going from, friends came and took me to different hospitals. They say he wasn't there. The very first hospital, they said he wasn't there. That's the one he ended up being at. And they told me that, they said, just come on in and sit down, and, we just need to talk to you. And I said, okay, is my son here? Is he here? And, they said, well, we're gonna talk to you. So they had to get other, doctors and everything in, and tell that just when they came in, they said, they brought him in about 1 a.m. that morning in March the 8th, 96. They brought him in about 1 something, and they said he was already dead, but he wasn't. I got mail from the hospital, saying that he got, that they was, right before he died, they was trying to, get him to breathe, get him back to breathe, because he was still alive at the hospital, but the hospital told me he was dead at arrival, but he wasn't, so we really don't know what time he died.
They didn't give you time of death, anything like that?
Because he was still alive.
Did they give you a cause, anything like that?
They just said he was shot 5 times. He was shot in the head, the back of the back, and in the hands, and I think somewhere in the back, but it was 5 times he got shot.
5 times. Did they say how many police officers?
It was 2 police officers. One shot the other boy up, just shot him in the whole car. All you see were bullet holes in this white car. Just bullet holes just all through there.
Was anybody armed?
No, neither one of the boys. They were 16.
So how was the justification of the shooting? What did the police tell you about?
They said that they were in danger.
And did they tell you the type of danger? They just said they was in
They
danger?
said because of the car, they could have rolled them up, but they were stuck. When we finally got the pictures, the car was stuck in a hole. And the boys one of the witnesses say the boys was saying, we don't have no weapon, and they just started spraying them.
And the witnesses, were they just people in the neighborhood?
Just people in the hotel. It was at a hotel.
What hotel?
It used to be called Renaissance in College Park.
Out there in College Park. So did the police tell you why did they come to the scene? What reason were they there?
Somebody told them that somebody was breaking in their car.
Okay, and that's when they showed up, and then they came out and just started shooting. And then they tried to justify it, and they said, so they was trying to justify saying the car was a deadly weapon.
Right.
But the car wasn't even coming, it was in a
stuck
ditch,
in
it was
the hole.
stuck.
They was trying to get out, they couldn't, because if you go look at how it's made, the hotel, you couldn't get out that way anyway, so it got stuck by the driver, the one that was driving, he got stuck in the hole.
So what about the witness statement? What happened to the witness statement?
I don't know what happened to him.
It didn't go nowhere.
It didn't go anywhere. Nowhere.
I admit, I tried to Google your son information. I couldn't even find anything.
I know we can't find anything at all.
I couldn't find anything on it at all. I haven't actually went to College Park, so I don't want to get shot, but I couldn't find anything on that, on the shooting, on your son's name. It's like they just, the digital footprint is completely gone.
Exactly.
And I definitely know the paperwork is not there. 'Cause everybody loses paperwork. So this is actually College Park, Georgia Police Department. It's the department that we're discussing. That took this case and buried it and justified their shooting by saying they used a car that wasn't facing in that direction. So when they basically said that it was going to be justified, what route did you decide to go then?
At that time, I just wanted everything to be over. And so people was telling me, well, you need to get a lawyer, you need to get a lawyer. And so I started calling. The first person I thought about was Johnny Cochran, because I had met him before, right? When I was I was on an airplane and I met him, and so that's who I thought about first. And so when I finally got in touch with him, he was busy with another case that he had to see through. He said, I will refer you to somebody, the Edward firm, I think that was the name of it, Edward's firm. I will refer you to them, and we'll go, and if I'm finished with this, I'll come over and help. But it took a while, before he finished that case.
Is that the firm that you actually went
to Edward's Farms.
So Edward's firm, they took it to civil, College Park, they tried to settle out of court.
Yes.
Did it seem like it was too fast?
It was very fast. It was so fast. It was so fast. And while we was in there, they was talking about, it was a big, beautiful building. Beautiful. And the thing that they was talking about, how much this costs and how much that costs. And by this time, I'm really getting mad. You talking about all this money you pay for this building, but you don't want to get what I asked for, even though no amount of money will bring your child back. But I believe if you get in their pockets, they'll think about it.
You gotta hit them somewhere.
You got to hit them somewhere.
You can't go in the police station and just slap every cop.
Exactly.
This is not the movie Terminator. You're not gonna get rejuvenated.
They
gonna
asked
kill you.
me.
So you gotta go. You gotta go some
Right.
direction.
Right.
So the direction you took the guy Edwards. He went in, and he went super fast.
He went super fast.
My thought pattern when a lawyer goes too fast is a couple things. One, he needs money quick.
Yeah.
He might have a bill he got to pay, and that's another thing that is so hard to do. Look up on lawyers, for instance, today.
Right.
I drove around today in the city of Atlanta trying to find some type of reputable representation for anybody that is in a police situation. So I went to place I went to first. I went through the Georgia Justice Project, which is on which is on Edgewood Avenue. They basically just deal with criminal, and after you get convicted of criminal, so they directed me to the Human Rights Services area. So when I called that lady, I think it's on Popular, she told me they don't deal with police brutality. She directed me to the Atlanta Center, which is down on Walton Street. I couldn't even get inside there.
Wow.
I rung the bell. The lady was like, nah, you gotta have an appointment to come in.
Okay.
So, you know how hard it was for me to find even representation that would take on. So by the time the situation happens, you get locked up. You in there for 2 weeks. By the time you get an attorney to come even talk to you, you already behind the 8 ball.
Okay.
They might have hid all the evidence and stuff like that. So that stuff is kind of going around a lot, and it seems like it's a normal thing.
Yes, and the thing about what got me when we was in there, when they asked me what did I think I wanted, right, and when I gave them my price, it was funny. It was funny to them, like he was a thug. He was like a thug. You see the picture with the pick in his hair? I said, wow.
Propaganda.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, that don't make any sense. It's straight propaganda. So your lawyer didn't do you any justice.
Right.
So what we're gonna try to do right now is we're gonna try to talk about some preventative things that can help somebody that's in this same situation.
Okay.
So is there any advice or anything that you can kind of tell anybody where they can go or anybody should talk to if they in the same situation?
Well, what helped me, really God helped me through a whole lot of things, because like I said, I always been a praying person, and then you always get counseling. Even if you go to church and everything, don't go to counseling, because you're gonna need it. You really gonna need counseling. You got to go to counseling. Because some people say, no, I'm saved, I go to church. No, you still need to talk to somebody. You have to go talk to somebody, because it's a mental state that you don't want nobody to experience in life, especially a child that you done carried for 9 months. No, not justifying anything, but they steal your baby. You know, they steal your baby, and you want them here. Because like I think I just blew up one time, and I said, I could have paid for your car. I could have paid for your car, even though I wanted to talk to the police I said, they know who we are, why can't we know who they are? We just had names.
I think because they the ultimate fraternity, the ultimate gang, the ultimate coup de grace, and they got a license to kill people sometimes. I can't say all the time because we do have some officers.
Yeah, because I have best friends as officers, so it's, you know.
So we're not saying all police are bad, everybody, but just those at College Park, especially on March 8th, 1996, was really, really too bad. Did anything happen to those officers, anything like that?
Well, they got suspended and, you know, everything. And those particular, if I can add this, in that particular time, the police were threatening the boys. Like my son's age, they was threatening my son, the baby boys, their brothers, saying that what they was gonna do to their big brothers. And then they came out and helped them put a playground up, like nothing was happening. Like me and my son, TJ, the one got killed, we was on the train one day, and the police got on there, and, you know, my son just got scared because, you know, I was just looking like this, and he was doing my son like this, just like this. And that's how they was doing him out there.
Yeah, that's the 90s. I grew up in Atlanta. I was running around the streets, so that's like your son. No, I think I was in the Army, but I came back and did leave a couple times, and Atlanta was changing. That's when the Olympics just finished, and they was tearing all the projects down and everything like that. So yeah, the police was real bad. I think one of those summers they had one of the most shootings or something like that. So Atlanta area police is I'm not going to call any names out. Has a lot of things they want to do. What I want to do out is just some lawyers that I was looking at that I hear is reputable lawyers. Obviously, you ran into Johnny Cochran. The first thing when I and talk to anybody first with Johnny Cochran. So when I call Johnny Cochran, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So Johnny Cochran Law Firm, that's 1-800-FIRM. That is definitely a good reputable lawyer. And then there's another guy named Poole Huffman out of Tucker, Georgia. I talked to his legal aid, and she was excited on the phone. I said, y'all handle? She was like, what? That is what we do. I said, well, I can get some man. She tell me the website. She started giving me his whole portfolio. I'm writing things down on there. So definitely check out Poole Hoffman, Tucker, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? He's a reputable person. I don't want to hold up too much of your time because I want to get some of that JB Tate Brand New Life. I want to put that on film so everybody can listen to him on this podcast. So I want to thank Miss Natasha Brown for opening up to us today. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. And this is signing out right now till we hear the wonderful sounds of JB Tate and a Brand New Life. Peace. In loving memory, Thomas J. Tolbert. Real women, real stories.